And hello, welcome to the Red October Network special edition right now. I know everybody's been looking at the hurricane reports, but I just wanted to broadcast a little message about we just had a 5.9 earthquake about an hour or 2 hours ago. And a lot of people have been asking about panicking and everything. I think it's mostly been quite a busy week for the Earth and the physical environmental scientists. But everybody was asking, you know, why does this happen? We're not near a fault zone or anything. Well, I can tell you that it's not entirely impossible for earthquakes to happen out here east. Everybody thinks about the San Andreas Fault. You always hear about it, but you often think about uh, those things, but you also see earthquakes occur in the New Madrid Fault, which is near Illinois, Missouri, one of the strongest earthquakes. Now everybody's wondering, how come this energy was so dissipated? Well, if I can just show you a little bit, I can tell you that if you think about where we are right now, if you've ever seen a picture, a picture of the tectonic plates in California, all of the pieces are fragmented. So there's the San Andreas Fault. There's other ones where the pieces are all kind of broken and everything. So what happens is, if all the pieces are broken, whenever one starts shaking, it doesn't necessarily need to shake the other pieces. Think about it as shaking a tree stump versus shaking a bunch of sticks, almost. If you start pulling on the sticks or shaking the ground underneath the sticks, chances are that piece is not going to move. You shake a tree stump, it's all one piece, so it all moves, kind of like this. It's really interesting to talk about this. Obviously, I'd want to hear your thoughts. I did feel it here. I live in the South Hills of Pittsburgh, and I was watching Toy Story 3, and I had my cat Bettina. You've probably seen some videos of her, and she was sitting next to me, and she jumped. All of a sudden, her claws dug into the seat. And so I was thinking, well, what the hell is going on? And all of a sudden I felt the couch just moving very gently. It was not a very violent shake. It was just side to side, a little bit of energy. And so I didn't pay any attention to it. I thought, well, maybe it was an earthquake, but I feel guilty now because I didn't even pay any attention to it. I thought, well, maybe... sometimes I've had ear infections when I was little, so sometimes I feel kind of things move around a little bit. It'd be really interesting to see. There are seismometers at Penn State, Washington, D.C., I think right outside in Arlington. There should be seismometers. Smithsonian probably has one, so I'd be very interested in seeing what exactly happened. It has nothing to do with Irene. There will not be a tsunami because this occurred on land, and it would radiate out. So the tsunami would it won't occur, but if it were to occur, it would occur away from land. So it's not a big deal. It might be a small one in the Chesapeake. I don't know about that. I never checked any reports. This was not due to Irene, obviously, and it was not due to HAARP. I don't know why people still bring that up, but it was not weaponized. But it will be interesting to see what Irene does, and as you know, I've been issuing updates. So I wish I could have caught it on video camera, but who knows when an earthquake hits. So anyways, I'll be sure to post something about Irene. I'm not going to post any news stories, off of CNN or anything, because people have probably already beaten me to that. But that's what happened. So Obviously, this was unusual, but it happens. I mean, we've had ones in Pennsylvania before, and there are some faults around here that are that can occasionally shift. They're not really big. I mean, 5.9 is fairly significant, but even a 3.0 can be felt a lot because of the. It can be felt pretty far away here in the eastern 2/3 of the country because those seismic waves just transmit. As you think about, it's all one piece, you know. Whereas you have a bunch of small pieces like marbles, and so that's all that happened. And I'm not going to go on with the political jockeying and all the things I've said about our politicians, although I have detested them, but I have some detestment for them, but it was just an earthquake. What can I say? So, anyways, post your comments. If you have any questions, obviously, I'm not a geologist, but I do have a Bachelor of Science in Physical and Environmental Geography, minors in Climatology and Meteorology, Penn State 2010. So, if you have any questions, let me know, and don't get too scared. I want to see what happens with Irene. If Irene hits New York City, then maybe you can call it the apocalypse. But we'll see you later.